All right, welcome to the Game Changers Workshop Series. My name is Darrick Hutchens, managing partner here at Monon Wealth. And the whole reason that we put this together was really to kick up the enthusiasm and the success rate for those that watch these videos and that partake in interact with the activities that Barry has been telling us about. So Barry Garapedian has been leading the charge here, and so far we've created our vivid vision through a tool called the Vision Board. I know that we've had a lot of fun with that. In video number two, we talked about the art of connection, and I got to tell you that that's made a big difference for me. I've been using some of the tools that Barry talked about to create more connection, better relationships. And matter of fact, wrote a handwritten note this morning that that's a tool that I should have been doing a long time ago, and couldn't thank Barry enough for that kind of advice. But today, Barry's going to lead us again. We're going to talk about high performance habits. Barry, what are we going to talk about? And I'm just going to turn it over to you. I'm going to let you
Sure.
take it from here.
And it sounds so simple. Habits. You have bad habits, you have good habits. So the idea is how do we create more good habits? And you're really truly looking at something that we can actually move the needle on. So today is about high performance habits. So first of all, what's the definition of a habit? A habit is where there's no negotiation. Do you do it or not? You do it. You automatically do it. So from my perspective, there's all different time horizons of how long it takes to create a habit. Early in my career, I heard it was 3 weeks. Then as I was learning more, if you go into Google, they say 66 days. So I think it takes about 2 months to create a habit that you don't think twice about. You're going to do it. So let's talk about some different habits that really could make an impact on you, and depending on where you are in your life. And if you're between 13 and 28, which is the Gen Z market, we need to start with some fundamentals. And so I actually made a list. I went on ChatGPT and there's 50. I said, give me the top 50. We're not going to go over all of them, but I want to talk about a few that I think can really make a significant impact with you. So number one, you need to go 2 months of doing it consistently. You can't go it for a couple of days and call it a habit. You need to be doing it for at least 60 days for it to actually be a habit. Some of the ones that I started off with when I was younger was number one is waking up at the same time. Okay, not having a variety of what time I'm waking up and during a business week. Monday through Friday, it was always the same time. Number one. Number two, never hit the snooze button. You don't want to get in the habit of doing that. Not good. If you really want to be successful, you can't defer your day and you're really not getting more sleep. So those are things back in the day I started with because I really believed in if you win the morning, you win the day. So habit, what time do you want to be in bed in a work night? So that's Sunday night through Thursday night. It's always one particular time for me in a working mindset. For me, it's 9:30 at night. It might be different for you, but I honor that. It's a habit. If I go to bed at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, it's really, really hard to make a really productive day the next day. So these are some real basic ones on timing and sleep. You can pick a sleep number of how many hours you need an evening. You can come up with some other fundamentals like how much water you're drinking a day. The general rule is you need to drink half your body weight in ounces. So if I weigh 150 pounds, I need to be drinking 75 ounces a day. These things are 16.9 ounces. So I need to be drinking about five of these. So come up with something and where it's measurable. Now, here's the trick. You need to have an accountability partner. Yes, you need to share this with someone that if you choose to drink your half your body weight in ounces, make it known to this other person, and that person is going to hold you accountable to it. What I do is I make a bet with the person. In other words, my son or family member or business partner, I say, look, I want to go 30 days. I want to start with 30 days, see if I can go 30. drinking half my body weight in ounces. And if I don't do it, there is some form of a penalty to me. That's the way I do it. I find when I have something on the line, it forces me to do it, whatever it might be. So I would highly urge an accountability partner and maybe put some form of risk for you if you don't do it. Now, I've been doing this for decades, guys. I can think of something really, really simple like flossing your teeth. Got 30, 40 years ago, I never flossed my teeth. I decided, hey, I'm going to floss my teeth every day. I don't think I've missed a day in 40 years. That's what I'm talking about, a habit. You guys brush your teeth every morning. You do certain things that are absolute. So think of things that would actually move the needle for you. Waking up at the same time, making your bed in the morning. Sounds so simple. How nice is it to come back to a made bed? Now, that's a pretty fundamental thing. How about putting your phone away for the first 30 minutes of the day, or not having your phone near your bed at night, or reading 10 pages a day? Could you imagine if you read 10 pages a day of nonfiction to help you? I know we have some folks that are into 75 hard. 75 hard is you go 75 straight days of doing one workout in the morning for 45 minutes, one workout in the evening for 45 minutes, drinking a gallon of water a day, and reading 10 pages of nonfiction for 75 straight days. I have people doing stuff like that. How about getting out and getting some exercise every day? It could be anything. So the point here is you have to make a commitment to yourself and to someone else to be accountable to. And I like bringing one new habit in every 90 days. So I learned this back at Strategic Coach, where every 90 days we're bringing a new habit in. You can't bring in lots and lots of habits. It's really hard. So bring one in every 90 days. And if you bring four new habits in a year, you are making significant progress. Um, in addition to that, I love the idea of having things to measure. So Darrick and I were talking earlier about, hey, if you had a goal to hit 1,000 golf balls on the driving range a week, what do you think is going to happen to your golf game? Probably improve. Same thing on tennis balls. If you had a 2,000 tennis balls on a ball machine once a week, in addition to hits. I like where there's measurement, where you can actually measure, did you do it or not? Like reading 10 pages a day or reading one book a month or something where you could actually finish it. So have it measurable. Don't make them too hard because you want to be able to do it. But I have something I've been doing for years called win streak, where I write down the three best wins of the day and the three best wins for the next day. And in other words, I'm focusing on the positive things that I accomplish. I've been doing this for years. I have a place to put it down. Could you imagine if you focused on writing down the three best things that happen every day? Do you think you're going to be more positive? Absolutely. Versus writing down the worst things that happened every day. No, you're writing the best things that happen every day. These are things that I'm doing every day, and I'm always bringing new things into my world. I'll give you another example. I like going to yoga. Well, it gets a little boring going to yoga. What I started doing just recently, a week ago, I'm going to see if I can do it for 30 straight days. I'm wearing a weight vest for 14 pounds while I'm doing yoga. I'm dead serious. Find things that you can tweak a little bit and turn it into a habit. Maybe it's something as simple as not eating sugar or minimizing certain other naughty foods you should be eating, or it could be anything. I think you need to sit down and decide what's going to make you better and where is there blind spots in your life that you can actually improve. So, trick number one, pick four a year, pick one a quarter, find an accountability partner to work with. I suggest making a bet with the person that if you don't do it, you are going to, something uncomfortable is going to happen to you. Now, if you don't have money, then you figure something else out. Maybe there's something you have to do, like you have to walk X amount of miles or run X amount of miles or do something hard. But I think there should be some kind of penalty if you don't perform it. Because I'm committed to do what I want to do. So you need an accountability partner. And remember, it's all about having good habits. High leverage habits is another level where you're going to be doing harder things. So, Darrick, give me some examples. You're an incredible golfer. You could actually be in the professional league playing golf
I
professionally.
wish.
But if you were to think of the habits you possess that have paid significant dividends to you, tell me some of the habits that you are absolutely non-negotiable that you have.
Well, as it relates specifically to golf, I think that when I am prepping for a golf tournament, I will get myself so many days ahead and I'll set a goal of so many hitting, and it has to be making so many putts on my putting green downstairs in my basement. It's just a little
Hmm.
rollout deal.
Hmm.
And so, and that number has changed over time. Sometimes, when I first, maybe it was 50. I've had sometimes it was 100. As I got older, my back hurt more. Maybe it's more 25 now. But that is one thing that it's the consistency of doing it. Now, one thing I'm going to ask you though, Barry, is as it relates to some of the things that you mentioned, wearing you had some different things. So
Yes,
one caveat there was I'm wearing a weight vest when I'm
right.
doing
Yoga,
yoga. On another, there was waking up at the exact same time
right.
every workday. Now, on one, I see it as, hey, this is a lifetime commitment, something that you probably have done for years on end. My guess is that 4 years from now, you're not still going to be committed to wearing this weight vest at yoga.
I don't know. I start these habits of taking cold showers 4 years ago. I still take a cold shower every morning. I've been done for 4 years. It started with a 30-day challenge. So you don't know. You don't
But
know.
would you say though that there are some things that have
Yes,
a 90-day run, a 90-day
yes,
sprint, like a 75 hard, and there's
yes,
other things that are, more traditional habits that are just core building blocks.
yes. As far as a better, extraordinary version of yourself. So when it comes to health and wellness, whether it's water consumption or it's ab work you're doing in the morning or stretching, if you were to commit to stretch 10 minutes a day, pick something that you commit to and make it so you can consistently, like I started 3 years ago, a plank where I hold 90-second plank every morning before I wake up. I mean, in the morning, 90-second plank. Try it. It's challenging. It takes time to build up to it. I've been doing it So I start these things and I actually am still doing them. So not every one of them, but I'd say the majority of them that I picked something that it's going to make me better. So a lot of this is helping the mind, the mental toughness of taking a cold shower or doing a 90-second plank or doing ab work or hitting 1,000 tennis balls on a ball machine. It's all mental, a lot of it, and wearing a weight vest into a hot yoga. It's a mental acuity, keeping sharp. I'm on the edge of my chair right now. I'm not sitting back. I'm engaged. I have energy. So, what is going to make you better? What's going to help you in life? Pick something that is maybe a blind spot right now. Maybe it's writing one handwritten note a week. If you're not, could you imagine if you wrote one a week, four a month, 50 a year, and you're doing none right now? It could be that simple. One might turn to three a week, three might turn into five a week, five might turn into 10 a week. I write 10 handwritten notes a week, 40 a month, close to 500 a year. Crazy. So don't put these boundaries on it. Start with something simple, a 2 minute cold shower. I'm just giving you examples of things that have worked for me. And there's a lot of really good habits. How about never being late? Darrick, you're never late. I've been working with you for quite a while. You're always early. That's a habit. And for you to be 2 or 3 minutes late, you're always, if it ever does happen, it might have happened maybe once. You're always texting and saying, hey, I'm running a little late on a call, meaning there's always a heads up from you. You're extremely professional. That's a really good habit. If you're in traffic, miss a time, text someone, let them know, hey, I'm running a little late. I'll be there. Let someone know. You're extremely strong in that. You have a lot of good habits that you've been
I,
doing for
I
decades.
appreciate that. I think a lot of those habits come from my golf, right? You can't be late for a tee time. So,
Yeah. But also thinking about the habits you have on a golf course, the protocol, the gentleman protocol. there's a lot of structure in the golf game and rules and honoring the rules and calling yourself out. So the same thing in your life. Decide what kind of person do you want to be? Are you a person that's going to be gossiping about somebody else and talking negatively about something? No, that doesn't serve you at all. Maybe a habit's never to say anything negative about a person. And or maybe the habit is to always find ways to compliment people and empower them. There's so many different routes to go, but here's the game. 4 habits a year, one every 90 days. Get an accountability partner, let them know, make it real that you start with 30 days, see if you can go 30 every day. Could you do it for every day? It's not easy, guys, but you could bring something into your life. And could you imagine building these blocks when you're young, like you guys are? Most of you guys are really young and building these blocks right now. It's a huge opportunity.
I love it. I love it. So I think really the takeaway from today is let's start right away. Let's start on this next 90-day run. Let's pick a habit, something that you don't even have to search for it. You know what it is that's been holding you back. Whether that is getting up on time or going to bed on time or the way that you eat. Whatever it is, the thing that's right there, you know what it is. Let's pick that and let's nail it over the next 90 days. Tell somebody about it. Have them hold you accountable. Make a bet. Have a penalty or something for not doing this. I love this idea. And I think that if everybody that listens to this will start off with one and then build another and another, I think that the success is going to do nothing but compound.
If you're not making your bed in the morning, start with making your bed. There's a whole science of Admiral so and so did a whole thing on making your bed in the morning. And start there. Many of you might have housekeepers and they make it for you, but make your bed. That's an easy one, but in the end of the day, that's a good one.
Barry, I'm not so sure that many people out there have housekeepers that
I
make.
don't know. I don't know. You never know out there. You never know. But at the end
All
of the day,
right, all
pick
right,
something and make it the more specific, the better. It can't be vague. Make it really specific. I'm going to do X.
all right. Well, Barry, thank you so much. This has been empowering as it always is. Can't wait to hear what's coming up next. So why don't you tell us where we're going after today?
We are going to be going into probably, I'm looking at my list here. I have to figure out exactly what it is. I'll keep it a surprise. I'm not quite sure exactly
All
what you're going to
right.
pick next, but
Okay.
we'll
Sounds
have
good.
fair notice going forward. But this has been great.
All right. Sounds good. So, for everybody that's watching the video, we just want to thank you for your time. Continue going down this path. Self-improvement is everything. It's the one thing that you're going to really be able to count on as you're building your life and your career. Um, Barry, thank you so much for all the wisdom and everything that you provide. And to the audience, until we see you next time, thank you so much.
See you guys. Bye bye.